today. My hair needs a haircut, and I'm just gonna go for a little walk, get a little exercise, and wanted to chat it up real quick about Voyager, because I have been and am a customer of Voyager, and it's a very valuable lesson. So if you're watching this video, maybe you are affected by Voyager and their current insolvency issue, obviously, and what you can learn from it. Good morning, Ray. How you doing, bud? So let's rewind a little bit. Like, we knew there was some trouble with Voyager, and I was posting on Instagram to get your money off exchanges, and I actively was doing it as well, but they had that withdrawal limit and it only allowed 10,000 a day, and I think I got a little lax with it. And in general, I had bought in a lot of crypto when the market was crashing, so I had quite a bit to get off there. And then when I saw they got a line of credit, Voyager, I kind of brushed it away, said, okay, well, I mean, they should be good, right? They got that line of credit by Sam Bankman-Fried's company, Alameda Capital, and you generally thought, okay, should be okay. And that's that really ignores the beauty of cryptocurrency. So I'm really upset with myself, and happy for the lesson that if you don't hold the private keys to your cryptocurrency, it is not your cryptocurrency, and there is a high probability I never see those funds again. Higher probability than I would like to say. I mean, a lot of people think that they're likely to get bought out or something like that, but you know what? I don't have any control. So this is no better than the current financial legacy system that crypto is here to disrupt. So shame on me. I do hold the most of my crypto in where I hold the key, but when I'm actively buying, I don't. You got to pay better attention, especially when you're trying to buy in a downwards market. So if you're affected by this, my empathy goes to you, but not if you don't learn a lesson, right? And you're not gonna be more vigilant. You come up with excuses and say, oh, I'm busy and this, that, and find ways to acquiesce the problem. But at the end of the day, it's your money. And in this world, the only one that's gonna care about you and your money is you. So yeah, anyone in the chat here use Voyager? Up in the chat. Morning, Market. How you doing, bud? Yeah, pretty wild times right now. And yeah, so yesterday when I saw the news, it was kind of a real punch to the gut, because I knew to move the money off of there, and I was doing it, but I could have been definitely more diligent. Go back here. Sorry to hear that, Ryan. I've been moving money from BlockFi to Coinbase recently. Yeah, so it looks like BlockFi is at least allowing that opportunity for depositors to move capital. So, yeah, and as much as you want to be angry at other people, it's at the end of the day your life, your money. So, you can now my fate is in someone else's hands, and yours is too. And the best thing I think to do is to immediately learn. Are we live right now? I think we might be live. I don't know. There's a rabbit. But yeah, I was just saying that. Check all these rabbits in the neighborhood. Oh, they just ran away. Sorry for the bad connection there. Hopefully we're better over here. But yeah, so you have the most powerful asset class in the world, and people are bribing you for your keys. They're bribing you to take your crypto from you, to pay you 5-10%, whatever, when, I don't know, say Bitcoin's return 200% every year throughout its life. Give me your keys, give me your keys. That's what they want. They want your keys, they want your crypto. And unfortunately, the on and off ramps for crypto require generally the keys to be given up. And unless, I think more popular is going to be more DeFi ways to get your crypto into your wallets, but it takes responsibility. So when I onboard people to use crypto and I give them a non-custodial wallet, they don't like the responsibility. I could lose this, but there's also that opportunity to have control. It gets rid of the counterparty risk where someone else can lose it. And yeah, that's what we're in. So we'll see if Voyager gets some kind of bailout or someone buys them. But I wouldn't bank on it, and I would emotionally get yourself in the situation where you fucked up and that money's gone. And if somehow it comes back, cool, but you need to figure out today how to get smarter and better and navigate these markets wiser and really learn about the true power of crypto. True power of crypto is not getting 5% yield on exchange. The true power of crypto is unbanking yourself. Voyager would say on their platform, unbank yourself with Voyager. How is it any better unbanking yourself with Voyager when they're just your bank that's offering, you know, positive yield that the banks don't give? It's crazy, man. You had all these people leveraged, and yeah, and everyone got slaughtered. Everyone got slaughtered. Pretty epic market run there. Pretty colossal collapse that we're watching. So you got to start rebuilding today. Hopefully everyone is in good spirits. Get outside, get in the outdoors, and I'm back live. Okay, cool. So yeah, see a lot of good feedback here. Hey Ryan, sorry for your loss, bro. Hope it wasn't much. Yeah, it was about $30,000. So definitely a chunk of money that you wouldn't mind having. But what are you gonna do? Feel bad for yourself? Or we can go out and stash more crypto and keep building. So exactly, there's no point crypto if you give your keys away. Yeah, it wasn't that I didn't want to hold the keys either. It was just the on-ramp I was buying. I started buying a lot of crypto during the crash, and I started moving some over. Like I got some crypto into storage the week of when I saw that the withdrawal limits were lowered to 10,000. So yeah, we'll make it back. I'm not worried about that. But the problem with losing money stupidly is that making money is very difficult. Investing your money in compounding, like that's the sweet spot, you know. But making money, working, like that's what you give up time for. So now you got to go back and work more and invest your capital wiser. Like working, I think people, when they piss away their money, disrespect their time, they don't realize how hard it is to make money, and how much better it is to preserve your capital and invest it appropriately. So, back to the comment section here. So, I appreciate the kind words. I hope everyone else is safe, and you know, as much money into private storage as you can. Save your keys. Be responsible with them. Oh shoot. So, hey Jeremy, what's up, brother? Just going for a walk, man. I got my wife's out of town this weekend, and I had to get some stuff ready at the house. My parents have the kids, and don't really get to go for walks like this on my own very often. Usually chasing kids or working. So, Korean Boy J says, did I lose my BCH? Well, Voyager has some of my BCH, yes. So true. For the last few weeks have knocked off huge amounts of value. Everyone in crypto. Even not lost if insolvency, sad times. Yeah, it's people don't understand. Most people don't know what the hell Bitcoin is, and how, like, I know when I posted on Instagram yesterday how, you know, Voyager is insolvent, or, you know, getting rid of withdrawals. they're like, see, crypto's bad. And I laugh. I'm like, well, not really, because crypto fixes this, right? A counterparty went insolvent, right? So it's this is what Satoshi solved. He solved counterparty risk. So they really don't understand how their what's the word I'm looking for? How their attack doesn't make any sense, even though it's not better. So Jeremy always has good feedback. Cleaning out the fractional reserves for another wave. It's just going to repeat over and over until everyone's trading peer-to-peer. Yeah, you hear the stories about people getting goxed, and I didn't get goxed. I came in crypto a little bit after that. And yeah, trying to think about the big losers during the 2017 top and bear market. It was definitely the BitConnect people. They lost all their money. It feels like maybe because there's more capital in this bull run, into $3 trillion, there's more to lose. So, with Three Arrows, Luna, BlockFi, I guess, looks like they may survive. Voyager now. CoinFlex, we had our BCH community here. They keep on getting knocked down. So it's the bear market, baby. No other way to put it. So there'll be this is definitely the time and the emotions and the tragedy to invest into. And the beautiful part is, if you can get your keys in private storage, you'll be there on the other side when things get better. What do I think about the current CoinFlex situation? Kind of went quiet for a few days there on social media after things really got public, because the true answer is I don't know. And I think deep down, like, I can't say I felt deeply disappointed. And a lot of the progress the Bitcoin Cash community has made over the last, really 2 years that I've really been vocal and a part of it. And it felt like a big punch to the gut, because, I feel emotionally, not only financially invested into it, and felt like we had such a good 2 years of just positive building and some real community building. And seems like, this is I don't know if it's just a casualty of the bear market per se, but it felt like a true blow to so much positive momentum that really the market was missing on. And yeah, it really jeopardizes smart BCH. It really jeopardizes community leaders and people's opinions of those leaders. And yeah, it's definitely think overall felt like a punch to the gut, and took a break off of social media and crypto in general for a couple days, only to find out some of my funds were seized off Voyager on Friday. So I think I've had better weeks in crypto. So Jeremy goes, this is why general protocols work and JSON cash tokens development is so critical. The sooner we don't have to rely on exchanges and trust at all. Absolutely. To me, it felt like a huge setback initially, but as time goes on, it feels more and more like we'll just carry on around. Hopefully they can sort it out, but stronger solutions are already starting to emerge, like new bridges and community multi-signatures. Yeah, so I think we're going to learn more. Yeah, so I think there's two ways to go about it, right? The CoinFlex needs to become solvent, and so there's less risk of those BCH that offer the liquidity to the sidechain don't liquidate, and CoinFlex doesn't just disappear, right? So there's or do we just move on, and do they get sacrificed? And of course, I think Roger's going to make a statement following up on the statement he made, saying that I'm assuming that he is not the counterparty, or he does not owe that sum of money, and explain that this weekend. So I think
That's the last I heard or read about it. So we'll see their current situation. And interested to hear more from Roger's side, and also just just critical of exchanges in general. Obviously a lot of exchanges are showing poor ability to navigate this wild asset class, and I certainly think having non-liquidation accounts, you may want to know more about exchanges you trade on if they offer those types of services. And if one client can jeopardize the entire exchange, that sounds like poor management. But I held, that's just me generalizing, looking at it. I didn't want to get too I didn't want to go out there to defend or sabotage anyone. Wanted to take a break and watch. So I'm back here. Fiendish says bear markets always have setbacks. It sucks. The good thing is that everything that has been done on adoption is still there. As long as the fire keeps alive during the bear, the next bull will be insane. Excuse me. Legal tender in St. Martin is also still very much on the cards. Today is dated BCH. Yes, the next bull market is going to be very interesting. Up to us to work hard until then to be ready. So yeah, I think in general, these exchanges falling and people really finding the importance of holding their keys. A lot of BCH is rooted in early crypto philosophy, or a lot of early OGs that went through the Mt. Gox. And probably the most popular app for BCH users is the Bitcoin.com wallet that is private. Holding your keys is like the primary feature. So there's a lot of really good values that may get built into finding more utility and use cases because of it, which would be great for BCH. Again, I do think the BTC, a lot of the BTC community, at least the hardcore ones, have that same philosophy. So I think that will be good. But a lot of the retail, is going to have to learn that, and they're going to have to find their coins that value that. So yeah, but if anyone else finds this video that uses Voyager, I wish you well. I think this gentleman, I don't know, have a big opinion of him yet. The owner of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, right? I've seen him around. He was a big figure this bull market. He really portrays himself as this kind of humanitarian purist billionaire that wants to just do amazing things for the world. And I think there's a natural skepticism when you see someone like that. But I think he is the most likely candidate to get involved with Voyager. And yeah, so I think that's your best opportunity. I wonder if also just venture capital looks at the bad situation with Three Arrows Capital. Yeah, looks at the capital. Sorry. So yeah, that's pointing out my loss here. So yeah, they stole a decent chunk, but yeah, getting back to yeah, so it seems like he's the candidate to, but also I think I liked Voyager for a few reasons. In terms of a reason why I use them as an exchange for the last couple of years was I thought great user experience. I like the idea of them at least being publicly traded to have higher accountability than some other firms. I thought, and of course I think I can leave my crypto on there and get a couple little bit of yield. But like I heard a good analogy, like whatever yield you're getting on a product, like you have to say, well, that's now I'm less likely to get that money back. Let's say if I'm getting 9% yield, well, there's a 91% chance I can keep my money. 9% I'll lose it. Like, so look at yield in terms of that. Like it's a risk assessment. The higher the yield, like that's the percentage like you could lose your funds. So yeah, there's so we'll see if that happens. But I also wonder if there's any other just venture capital that wants to get into the space that would look for an acquisition. You have to feel like you just have to see how bad the fiscal situation is. And but I just definitely think like an acquisition should have happened before you shut down withdrawals, because again, like who's gonna trust Voyager again? Like nobody's gonna trust them. Trust is so important in business, and that's the beauty of crypto, is that it's a trustless system. And again, the on ramps and off ramps require trust, and that's a real problem. So not good. So Ray says, although there were some setbacks, our mission will change everything in interim. Long-term peer-to-peer cash for the world. He goes, you had 30,000 of ECH in Voyager. I had various coins in there, probably about 30,000 within, I think, 8 coins or something like that. I think I was stashing up some Monero, some Doge, some ETH. The market was crashing. So, but I also think, questions of people in the chat here. Market said that he thinks BCH will struggle until Roger's situation gets figured out. I think just in general, like everything's going to struggle. And I wonder if like the normal trend of bear market going to BTC dominance will be the trend. And a lot of people, I do have a bit of like a portfolio. Like I try to manage my capital to have more capital over time. And obviously I'm showing that I didn't do a great job of it here. So I do think you have to look in terms of what coins will bleed against what in this phase. I think BCH will bleed less than a lot of others. I think BTC will bleed likely less. But you also have to say, like if all these like major firms are getting liquidated and they're going to be selling lots of coins, they don't have that much BCH, so they can't really dump a bunch of it, where they probably have lots of BTC and the other BTC normally in Ethereum, but the other bull market top flavors, we'll say. Yeah, Jeremy brings up a good point. BTC dominance has been rather meh. It didn't go as low as I thought it would go this bull cycle. I thought alts would, I think in 2017, BTC dominance fell somewhere around 30%. I thought it would go to like 20% this cycle, but we did not get that. So, OG has some big thoughts about this whole saga with CoinFlex we were just talking about. I always enjoy OG's perspectives. I think he has a very sound philosophical view of the world. I don't know if I come to the same conclusions as him yet, but I certainly always value hearing his opinions on this thing. So, Jeremy says the big funds tend to have BTC and ETH. They don't have loads of all random other coins. Absolutely. So, if those funds are in trouble, then they have to sell those assets, right? Busy Mount says, that's right, Ryan. Good projects are slim on for sale list for exchanges. So when they go bust, it causes chaos in markets. Yeah, really. I mean, it's crazy how everything kind of spread out further, right? How Luna caused 3 Arrows to go bust. From my understanding, 3 Arrows was around for a long time. I think like 10 years. And so they were respected in a sense, but severely bad allocation to Luna and led them to go bust, and all the firms that trusted them to create yield for their financial products went bust as well. And I think what bothers me, and again, I'm not saying it, nothing here is not my fault, but and I should have been more diligent or vigilant, especially during the process, and I was moving money off Voyager, but it got shut off, was that Steven Enrick, the CEO, he did take the, so Alameda Capital is Sam Bankman-Fried's venture capital firm who owns VTX, offered them a $500 million line of credit to, I think it was primarily about protecting depositors. And so he took the capital, said great. Not a week later, he shuts off for depositors. Like, he took this massive credit line that was there to help depositors and then shut off depositors. Like, who? So again, like, this is all supposed to be trustless, sovereignty of your money, but it makes you still think about the character of people, right? So it's really, really unfortunate that you know, he was that misleading or malintention with the money. And also, I think just it's very, I think continue watching FTX and Voyager, because Alameda Capital actually owns 11 to 12% of the firm, of Voyager. And they've been buying a lot more as the stock has been crashing. And they believe they are the single largest shareholder. So maybe it's a big opportunity for them to gobble up an exchange with 3 million users for pennies on the dollar. I think, I mean, they're down 98%. So if he bought the firm a year ago, Voyager, he would be spending 98% more, right? And if he can have the liquidity to solve the 3 arrows situation, and we'll see. But I don't want it to just be hopeful thinking. I want to learn a lesson, and I deserve to get wrecked. So Fiend just says nothing about exchanges is trustless. What sort of people do you think are in charge of exchanges? These are no dreamers. They're there to make money. That's absolutely true. So here we go. You don't get to be a billionaire without screwing people. Yeah. It is what it is, man. But wishing you all well. I hope you all are putting your crypto somewhere very safe today, and getting more in safe ways in these chaotic markets, because obviously the further we drop, the more likely we are to get to the bottom, right? We're definitely closer to the bottom now than we were a couple months ago and a year ago. So it's becoming more opportunistic on a longer time horizon. So learn your lessons. Lots of love, though, man. Hope you learn a lesson. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, that's part of this channel's my journey here, and you know, I've always lived life by this statement, and I usually do a better job of it. But there's probably leave you with this. You know, in life you have to learn from mistakes, but it's cheaper to learn from other people's mistakes. So if you have learned your lesson from someone else's mistakes, you got the lesson and you got your capital. So now I got to go and move on. Some money off next. So yes, get that money off. I'm gonna go home right now and just I got most of my money off. I have some money, so I use Kraken as well, and Coinbase and some of the other firms. It's just really hard to, I mean, just no one's here to look out for you. It's a trustless, you know, you can, like I said, these people are out to make money and protect themselves. It's the nature of the world, right, is to protect yourself. So there you go. How was the local merchant network? It's good. Like I said, took a couple days off this week. We got some more gas stations on though, and getting more users. I have the event I need to work on coming in August to kind of meet with a community of people, crypto people that understand how to use crypto, and let them know that where they can use Bitcoin Cash. I met a good friend in the process. His name is Mark. He lives down in Hollywood, Florida. Loves BCH. So I just literally have an entire, you know, just sheet of convenience stores and gas stations that we need to go physically onboard. And he's been helping me with a lot of, I'm on the South County side, so I have some help, because it is, I mean, just onboarding one merchant at a time. It's between setup, like physically get the POS set up, and commute and training and all that. You know, each merchant's about 3 to 4 hours. Then you have upkeep and you know, answering questions. So it's good to have helping hands. Super grateful for it. So But I appreciate you all. Be safe out there. We'll talk to you soon.